I'm Nadia Shah, and I'm the owner and CEO of Drip Burgers. I've kind of grown up my entire life in F&B, working with my dad. He's had like multiple different restaurants. He actually started with a burger business as one of his first F&B businesses when he was in his 20s in Ireland, and he opened 12 different burger restaurants in Dublin city centre. One concept which was in Ireland, it was called Philly's Kitchen, and that was steak sandwiches, and it was fresh meat cut in front of you, cooked kind of like street style. And we opened it in a mall in Dublin, in 2 different malls. So I was a huge part of building that concept, creating it and bringing it out over there, and I wanted to bring it to Dubai. I was actually planning on starting a business with my best friend, and it was supposed to be in Bali, but then COVID happened. We can't travel, we can't go anywhere. What do you think about doing something that I already know and doing it here? I felt like, well, what's interesting about living here is the fact that it's such a melting pot of different nationalities, different flavors, different types of people. Why can we not have that in our burgers? You know, burgers is probably one of the most popular foods that people are always eating. And when I looked around, all I could see was McDonald's, KFC, like all different types of burger places that I would never eat in. I just didn't see anything for my palate, so like a quality, a premium burger, and something with like a little bit of flavor to it. So why can we not create something a little bit different, something that's not just going to be the copycat of the previous burger place, just with different branding? So I looked around and I was like, right, am I really going to do the Philly cheesesteaks, or am I going to do something different? So just light bulb, and I went, okay. Went home, slept that night, couldn't sleep. I woke up, and then I was just having all these crazy thoughts, and I had a logo, I had a name, and all these random things, and I just started writing it down. It just wouldn't leave my mind, so I thought, okay, should I actually write this down? Am I just going to remember this in the morning? I thought, oh, this is really, really good. Like, I had even the hand gesture of the way I have the logo now. And I drew it. I actually drew it on my phone in notes, and I wrote Drip. The concept was the taste of Dubai between 2 buns, like all the different flavors that you can kind of get there. And that's just kind of how things went, making sure we had something for everybody. I would say our signature burger is the OG burger, and the reason being because it has a totally unique profile that nobody else is doing. We have pomegranate, we have garlic sauce, like it touches on all the Arab flavors. What's probably the most popular sandwich here in the UAE, it's a shawarma. Pickled vegetables, garlic sauce, meat, all mixed together. I'd say that's why it really does something different, and people have never tried it before in a burger. So if you give the other flavors on the menu a chance, I guarantee you that will be one of your favorite. For me, the perfect burger is the right balance of everything within the bun. Your meat is obviously important, but there's no perfect recipe for meat because everyone has a different flavor palette. You can do smash, you can keep it juicy. We keep it juicy at the moment. It's the right amount of bread, it's the right amount of sauce, it's the right type of sauce. For me personally, it should definitely taste meaty, because that's what a burger is all about. We're here for the meat, we're not here for anything else. So that flavor of beef really needs to come through. And the bread, being really, really soft, being really, really fresh and hot. I can't tell you how important it is to try burgers hot, because it completely changes the entire flavor profile. Delivery doesn't do a burger justice. You need to eat burgers fresh. So make sure when you eat burgers, you go in and you get it like right off the grill. Building a burger brand or a burger business, or any business, it really isn't just about the food. It's about so much more than that. If you're doing it alone, you have to be able to manage your team, be a great manager, be a great leader. You have to understand finance. You have to understand so many things, how to scale. I think that's another reason why I struggled a lot with, because it wasn't just one aspect that I needed to grow in. I needed to grow in a lot of areas to really push the business. And because I didn't have a team, having a team, I think, would have meant that other people were bringing in expertise where I didn't have. A huge part of your business is the team that you work with. So your staff that are in here, whether they're in the office or they're directly working with the customers, you need to make sure that they're happy. If you're all constantly busy elsewhere, just doing 20 other jobs, you can't expect them to look after themselves. You know, they need managers. They also need people in the right place to actually help them and help them grow. You need to, as their boss, make sure that they have a good home and work-life balance. And I think if you're keeping them happy, they'll be happy in their job, and then that will kind of pass on to everyone else and bring a lot more success to your business. So these are things that remaining very conscious about. I think something that I'm able to do now, having more time to focus on those areas, something that I'm really paying attention to, which previously I wasn't able to pay attention to. Having a daughter has completely changed my life. Like, all for the positive. It's taught me how to work smarter. I think I've always grown up to believe you have to work hard and you don't have enough hours in the day to get everything done. Like, at least as per my belief, like how many hours I'd love to give to my daughter and how much time I'd love to give to my business. It's a very fine balance in between, because time is, I think, what I value more than money or anything else. So having that time for myself, for her, and for everything, to kind of divide it well. I've had to reevaluate my values. I've had to reevaluate the positioning of the business, how to do things, like the steps that I've taken. That really challenges you, but that challenge is exactly why you succeed, because you have to think harder and faster and smarter, and you have to be able to do it above everything else. You have a full-time job. You had that before. You were trying to do things for yourself. You were always trying to do things for yourself. Now you have to find a way of doing that and make sure that you're taking care of somebody else 24/7 and actively being present in their life and teaching them teaching them life, you know. So you have to be super, super conscious. So it literally just elevates you. And as long as you can get through that, I think you can get through anything. I believe in what mums can do, like, to the end of the earth. It's crazy. Some of the challenges that I faced along the way have been understanding the industry. I understood it was competitive, but I didn't understand how competitive. So the margins are very, very small. So the biggest challenge in a business, which you wouldn't imagine it would be, is making money from your business, right? Growing the sales and understanding like that fine line. I think I've only really recently been able to understood how important it is to have a team. So I've been struggling alone for a long time, and I'm not capable of doing a lot of it myself because I can't wear 10 different hats. Like, I've tried to do marketing, social, be the chef, be the operation manager, be the restaurant manager, be the spokesperson, literally every single job that you can think of, be the accountant, everything, and it's just too much. So you cannot do it alone. I think if I was to do it all again, I would start with the team, with the concept, invest the money in the team and grow it out from then, and then go. Definitely would do it all again that way. With winning the Chris Fade Award, I didn't even know that the competition was happening or whatever, and a few of our supporters had tagged us, and it just kind of went from there. I got a little bit excited, but at the same time I was like, nah, look at the people in the list. There's Pickle, Goofy Cow, all these big brands, and we're like, okay, you know what? Thanks for nominating us, but we're not going to make it. And it slowly escalated from one person tagging us to all of a sudden we're in the top 10. And then when we got into the top 10, I was like, oh, you know, maybe we should really pay attention to this. And then when we got into the top 10, we reached out to as many people as we could to let them know that we're competing for it. And it just went from there. Then we got a message, I think a few days before the end of the competition, where Virgin Radio has said, FYI, the top 3 that get selected come into the radio station. And we're like, oh, why would they message us if we're not top 3? So we're like, no way, we're top 3. And then we just kept going harder. And honestly, if it wasn't for everyone else and them sharing and doing that, we wouldn't have won the competition the way we did. And just by them doing that and nominating us, I knew we were going to win from the beginning.
Congratulations, Drip Burgers. Congratulations, Nadia from Drip is in the house right now. Nadia, husband, daughter is here as well. It's been a hard one, she's told us.
And then we won, and everything's been, it opened a lot of doors. It's been really, really great for us since then, you know. It really exposed us to a huge, huge community that hadn't heard about us before, and it was perfect, yeah. Some of the goals that I've set for me and my team this year are to expand into other areas of food, so build other Drip products. But big goals specifically for Drip Burgers are to win awards and to be noticed and recognized for a lot of the work that we're doing, and to make sure that we grow our community. So it's really important to maintain that relationship with the community. So working with schools directly, even sponsoring them if it needs be, working with a lot of communities that we work with, our sports community. So I like to keep everything kind of in line with how my life is, because it just works and flows a lot better. So my husband's side is the basketball community, my side is football and volleyball. So working with them, sponsoring some of their teams. We have aspirations to be big, but we don't have aspirations to ever drop the sense of community that we built. It should grow with us as we grow. So that's kind of one of the most important parts. Hey, I'm Nadia Shah. Burgers is my passion.